Guys, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Today's topic is about erectile dysfunction. More specifically, if a nutrient found in food can actually fix erectile problems naturally. And believe it or not, well over 50% of men deal with erectile issues, so don't feel like you're alone if you're dealing with this. And this even includes younger men. Anyway, let's get started with today's subscriber question. And it goes, Dr. Sam, I've heard that the amino acid L-Citrulline can help fix erectile problems. Is this true, or is it another scammy supplement? I also read that L-Citrulline is found in fruit like watermelon. Is this true? Since L-Citrulline is an amino acid, which protein source has the highest amount of it? Is it like fish or chicken or red meat or protein powder? Lastly, how much do I need to take? Thanks, and sorry for all the questions. You always tell it straight. All right, so before I start, if you want your questions answered, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and post your questions below in the comment section. So yes, you make a valid point. Most supplements do not work and they are scammy. And to answer your question, yes, L-Citrulline can potentially help improve erectile strength. I don't think it will quote unquote fix it, but it can definitely help. However, I'll tell you in a minute the only real way to fix erectile problems. So anyway, today I'll quickly cover what L-Citrulline is, how it works, the correct way to use it, the dose and timing, how to make it work much better so it's more effective, and the primary cause of erectile problems, how to really fix it, and where and how L-Citrulline fits into all of this. All right, so what is L-Citrulline? Now, L-Citrulline is an amino acid that's normally produced in the body. However, your goal is to get it from external sources. Unfortunately, there's very little of it found in food. And yes, you're correct in that watermelon has the highest amount of L-Citrulline than any other food. In fact, the name citrulline comes from Citrullus vulgaris, the Latin term for watermelon. Now, even though watermelon has the highest amount of L-Citrulline, it's still very low, all right? Thus, the best way to get it is through supplements, which I'll cover in a minute. However, even though L-Citrulline is an amino acid, it's not found in protein, right? So eating meat or protein powder, has all those proteins and amino acids, it won't do anything as far as increasing citrulline levels in the body. So protein won't help. So how does L-Citrulline work? Basically, L-Citrulline works by increasing nitric oxide, which is a gas that helps dilate blood vessels and improves blood flow. Now, this is very important actually for the heart and brain health, and it also helps improve blood pressure levels. Now, as a side benefit, the increase in nitric oxide also helps improve erections because of the increase in dilation and thus the blood flow. Now, as a side note, having erectile problems is actually an early warning sign of potential heart problems. So as much as you may want to fix this problem so you can have better sex, it's even more important to help fix this erection problems so you can reduce the risk of having a heart attack or stroke. Now, something else interesting that you may not know is that sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, actually works by increasing nitric oxide levels. However, it was originally designed to lower blood pressure. Again, the side benefit of Viagra that the researchers heard from the users was better erections. And the selling it as an erection drug by Pfizer made them billions of dollars, far more than if they were to sell it as a blood pressure drug. By the way, the same drug, sildenafil, is sold for lowering blood pressure under the trade name of Revatio. The same drug, all right, but it's way cheaper than selling it as Viagra. Anyway, let's continue with L-Citrulline. Now, L-Citrulline works because the body actually converts it to another amino acid called l-arginine, which I'm sure you may have heard about. Now, it's the l-arginine that technically increases the nitric oxide levels. So you may be wondering, why even bother taking L-Citrulline when you can just take l-arginine to begin with? It's true, since both are available as supplements. In fact, in the old days, that's what we did. We just took L-arginine since L-Citrulline wasn't available yet. Well, the research shows that L-Citrulline may increase levels of L-arginine in your body more than supplementing with L-arginine by itself. And this is because a large percent of L-arginine is broken down in your gut before reaching the bloodstream. Thus, taking L-arginine isn't the best method and more so could be more of a waste of money. Now, some people do combine L-Citrulline with arginine together. That's one option, but personally, I think just probably taking L-Citrulline is all you need. However, there's another supplement you can take with L-Citrulline that'll make it much more potent, and I'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so let's talk about dose and timing. As far as the correct dose, it's anywhere between 500 milligrams to as much as 5 grams or 5,000 milligrams. So it's 500 milligrams to 5,000 milligrams. Now, my suggestion is just start low and build up and see how your body responds. If less works, great, you save money. I think it's best to take L-citrulline also, or any amino acid, on an empty stomach so it doesn't compete with other amino acids found in protein or just carbohydrates or fat. If you're using L-citrulline for better erections, take it about 30 minutes before intercourse. You see, it has about a 60-hour half-life. Well, actually a 60-minute half-life. So that's enough time for it to get into your system and stay active during sex. Now, another side note, what's the primary cause of erectile problems? All right, so listen, one important thing to keep in mind is that if you're not getting the improved erections that you want, with or without nitric oxide products, it's because you haven't addressed the primary problem or the primary cause of erectile dysfunction, and that is hormonal imbalance, and more specifically, lower testosterone levels. You see, nitric oxide, whether in supplement form or taking Viagra or Cialis, works dramatically better when your testosterone levels are higher at the high end. In fact, in about 40% of users who have suboptimal testosterone levels, that means lower testosterone levels, these supplements or drugs do not work very well or even at all, all right? Interestingly, higher testosterone levels also increases nitric oxide production naturally from within. Now, below in the description area, I've put links about the best and fastest ways to increase your testosterone levels naturally. It's a solution I've been taking myself for over 20 years. It's an all-in-one supplement called AlphaViril. And I love AlphaViril because, yes, it increases testosterone levels and creates hormonal balance, but it also boosts nitric oxide levels all at the same time, right? Now, again, I put additional important information about testosterone boosting solutions, videos, and articles and so forth. So make sure you take a look after you watch this video because we're not finished yet. Now, remember earlier I said there is a way to make L-citrulline work better? Actually, there are two ways. You see, the first is to use L-citrulline with pine bark extract. And this is because pine bark extract helps promote endothelial nitric oxide synthase, or ENOS, all right? Endothelial nitric oxide synthase, ENOS. Now, this is an enzyme required to make nitric oxide. It interacts with citrulline to sustain the nitric oxide levels sufficiently for long-term sexual function, performance, and duration. Basically, it makes it work better. Now, most people don't know this, and it's really important because as we age, the body produces less of this ENOS enzyme, and thus why nitric oxide enhancing products such as L-citrulline or even drugs like Viagra and Cialis don't work as well. In fact, this is why, the supplement AlphaViril is so effective. Not only does it have multiple testosterone boosters, but it also has 2 nitric oxide boosters, L-citrulline with pine bark extract. Again, I made it for myself because I wanted an easy, convenient, all-in-one solution. Again, more details about AlphaViril below this video. All right, so let me summarize everything because I know today's topic was very detailed and had many important points. So let me summarize it for you so you can rewatch it again later if you like as well. Now, all right, so first of all, L-citrulline is an amino acid and it works by increasing nitric oxide levels. Nitric oxide improves blood flow, and it's very important for your brain, your heart, and yes, for your penis for better erections. Now, L-citrulline, or any substance that works by increasing nitric oxide levels, such as arginine or Viagra or Cialis, should be taken with an endothelial nitric oxide synthase enhancer, such as that 97% pine bark extract. Now, the dose of citrulline should be as little as 500 milligrams to as high as 5,000 milligrams or 5 grams. Start low and build up. I suggest taking it on an empty stomach, away from just fats and other protein sources. More importantly, it's best to first focus on the real cause of erectile problems, and that's hormonal imbalance and having low total and free testosterone levels. You want to obviously increase that. Again, I mentioned earlier, the one product I take that's got it all is AlphaViril. It's got the testosterone boosting and nitric oxide enhancing ingredients. So take a look at AlphaViril below this video in the description area. Additionally, I posted lots of important testosterone boosting, erectile fixing articles and videos. Again, all free information. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, right? Click the notification icon, and I'll make sure I get you more videos about the topics you want. Lastly, please leave your comments and questions below so I can make you more videos so you can help achieve your health, fitness, and longevity goals. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I wish you a very happy and healthy day.